When you're in middle school, were you making life-changing decisions? Probably not. Most of us were still trying to lose our baby fat or picking which bright colored eyeshadow we were going to lather onto our eyes, but not trying to decide which college to go to in 7th grade. You see, early recruitment for college softball is not a good idea. And these are the 3 main reasons that I feel the recruitment age for college should be raised. The first reason is that is an unnecessary amount of stress for kids that age. You see, when you're in 7th grade, you should be just now figuring out who you want to be. You don't even know if you're going to still be playing this sport later on in life. This is just not the level of stress that a kid in 7th grade needs to have. In 7th grade, you need to be worrying about who your friends are going to be, what you're going to eat for lunch, when your first select ball game is, not which college you want to go to. I find that this amount of stress is not healthy for a kid that age. It can lead to anxiety, depression, many different mental disorders that middle school kids should not have to deal with. Along with the unnecessary amount of stress, that's also just not a decision which 7th graders can be informed enough to make. You see, most people in 7th grade haven't even thought about college, let alone studied their academic programs, their degree programs, or even their athletic programs. These are all important factors to take into consideration when choosing a college to go to. And most 7th grade kids haven't studied colleges, so they don't know which college fits them best. Being in charge of making this decision is something very important, and it can definitely alter your path for your future. And if you don't make an informed and rational decision, then you can regret it later. It can be the wrong choice. It can cause you to not finish college because you don't like the one you started. All these factors play a huge role. And that's why I think that having 7th graders making these decisions and going on visits to colleges and getting these offers so young isn't a good idea. Along with the stress and the uninformed, irrational decisions, you just, athletically, you don't know if you're still going to be playing by the time you get to college. You don't know if you've already hit your peak. You see, as athletes, many people play sports when they're younger, but end up quitting by the time they get to high school because they just don't love it anymore. Or, on the other side of that, some people play all the way through high school, but they hit their peak before they get to college. So these coaches are recruiting these kids who are dominating the competition at their age, but they don't know if they're going to peak before they get to college or before they get there to play for them. They also don't know if they're going to get to high school and decide not to play anymore. You see, college coaches don't know if you're going to peak, and they don't know if you'll even still love the game by this time. That's the third reason that I think that colleges should not be allowed to recruit kids at such a young age. So, as you see, there are many reasons, and these are just a few, why colleges should not be able to recruit so early and why the college recruitment age should be raised. In conclusion, I feel strongly that college recruitment should be something that's a high school age limit, that you can't recruit before high school. I feel that it should be raised for these 3 reasons as well as many others. Just to recap, college recruitment early can lead to unnecessary stress on these young kids. You can peak or decide not to play before you get to college, and at that young of an age, you cannot make a rational and informed decision on where you want to go. So these are the 3 reasons why I firmly stand on the side of raising college recruitment ages so that way early college recruitment can't happen. I hope you take these points into consideration when you're weighing your opinion on this matter. Thanks for listening.